And welcome back to the Fedco Phone Zone. I'm Bill Phillips in for John Fedco. A special edition of the Phone Zone. We have the champ, Raquan Kimbrough, out of Aliquippa, Pennsylvania, a national champion. He's a #1 ranked 132-pound fighter in the United States. He is 91-12 during his amateur career, and he is on a roll right now. He's going to be fighting locally at the Mountaineer Racetrack and Gaming Resort in Chester, West Virginia, coming up on August 8th. So we are going to have a lot going on coming up with a big fight. And well, one of the things we touched upon before we left in the last commercial break was the fact that you represent Team USA.
Yes.
What's that been like, and what's that mean to you to go outside the borders of the United States and represent your country?
It's a great experience because I get to see my competition, not only see competition, but be out there among a different lifestyle, see how other people get to live and see how they relate to us actually. But overseas and fighting for the United States is kind of difficult because the United States is actually hated.
Mm-hmm. Well, I wanted to touch on that. The World Cup, the soccer team, they had extra security. The Tour de France right now, Lance Armstrong, yes, who's the top rider, he's being booed, and it's cycling fans, but you know, you still have to worry. Someone could be out there, and they know he's from the United States, and he's the best rider, and maybe they might want to do something that take a shot at him, for lack of a better term. What's it been like having to go out and fight, and does that enter your mind, or is there more security around the team when you guys are outside the borders?
We have security, but not like it should be. Mm-hmm. I believe it should be more because you never know what's going to happen. This is a USA team. Boxing hasn't been looked at on an Olympic aspect as it should be.
Well, what's been the most interesting place that you've been in terms of your travels? Because you were mentioning places like Las Vegas, Poland, Ireland. You know, what's been the most interesting place you've been?
I have to say Ireland.
What made
Belfast.
Belfast. What made that so interesting?
You know, after the tournament, we go out and have a little fun. So I mean, Ireland, that's the city.
Pubs.
That's the city, and they was actually kind to us, nice to us. So once they found out we was USA team boxing, so they wanted us to go out with them, and they pay for everything. So we was treated with respect over there.
Well, Ireland, of course, has a rich history of boxing in that country, a country that likes to get into the circle, a country that has been fighting amongst itself for quite some time. But
yes,
now, as a trainer, when he goes overseas, do you have an opportunity to travel with him, or do you have a specific game plan for him, or is it he goes with the team and there are other coaches involved?
I've had the opportunity to travel with him. When he went to Ireland, I was with him, but I didn't work the corner. Mm-hmm. In the last international, they have changed the rules now. Your coach from home can work the corner now. So I worked the corner in France, so we just come back from France, and it was a great experience. He fought some very good fighters. And,
I've got to travel with you guys. You guys are going all over the place.
But
I felt comfortable with him in my corner. No, you have another coach.
Is that you have another coach, but is there that bond that you guys create? Because basically, you, as compared to the other coach, you guys are in the ring all the time. You know each other. You know how it works. So that bond, I would imagine, is extremely strong. So it's probably really comforting to have him in your corner. So when he's saying, you know, throw the jab, you're not hearing it from someone you may not trust.
That's right. I've been with him. You know, I've had Raquan since he was 56 pounds. You know, when he was 11 years old, he was 56 pounds. You know, so you know I could carry him like a baby. So I mean, I know him inside out. No one knows him the way I know him, and I mean, you know, this fight coming up. You know, this is not only an opportunity for him to showcase his talent. You know, I'm showcasing my talent. You know what I mean? That's the way I feel about it. I mean, I think when you know, people that's going to come out to see this fight are going to be amazed that you can see a 19-year-old kid that's 132 pounds that can be as strong as he's going to be as fast as he's going to be. I mean, everybody that looks at him, you know, in street clothes, when they see him in the gymnasium, they're shocked. You know, so. I mean, it's just something that he's got a lot. He's been blessed with a lot of God-given talent, and we've molded it together since he's 11 years old. And he's turned into a superstar before our eyes, believe me.
Let's talk a little bit about this fight coming up. You were going to take on Donnie Boom Hannon, and
Yes.
he's no slouch. I mean, he's a Golden Gloves winner from 1998, so he's got some credentials. Now, he doesn't have a national title like you do, but he does have some credentials. What's his fight set up like for you and his style? Do you match up well with him, and what should people expect when you guys get in the ring?
People should expect a great performance, but I don't match up no one's style. I go into the fight just focused. You know, I adjust
adjusts,
to
that's right.
all styles. I adjust to.
Now, what do you want to see out of this fight? I mean, now the fighter, he wants to go in, he wants to win, he wants to put on a great show, he wants to look pretty doing it. What does the trainer want to get out of this fight?
Donnie's a tough kid. You know, Donnie was a national. He went to the nationals. He won the state Golden Gloves, which is always difficult in Pennsylvania because you have to go through Philadelphia, and Philadelphia has always been a great boxing city. So anytime you win a state Golden Gloves, you have to be able to box and you have to be able to fight. So you know, Donnie's he's coming to fight. It's going to be should be a competitive fight where Donnie's, you know, but Raquan right now, it's very hard to compete with Raquan. Right now, I think he's on a level above just everybody else, just by a little bit. You know, he's like the Tiger Woods right now in the amateurs. Tiger Woods is just a little bit above her, even though he lost last week. But Raquan has been very consistent lately, and you're looking. I think what I want from the fight is I want I want him to go out, relax, have a good time, put on a good performance. Don't put any added pressure on himself. And just adjust to whatever Donnie gives him. I think
No pressure.
We're gonna take a quick break. We're gonna come back and we'll talk a little bit more. We'll talk about that growth and where you want to be down the road and the goals for this young man and his championship status and which other championship belts can he add to the one he already has. We're back with more on the Fedco Phone Zone right after this.